Situated almost at the center of the Japanese archipelago and jutting out of the Sea of Japan is Noto Peninsula. This is Suzu City, Noto Peninsula. Fascinated by the Suzu pottery for which the area is known, Caroline Watanabe produces her own pottery and lives in this Satoyama. She grows her own rice and vegetables, in addition to raising chickens. She bakes her pottery using firewood cut from trees in the hills and clay from the local area. Her life is one with the many blessings of Satoyama.
Noto Peninsula, where I live, is rich in diversity. That lifestyle in urban land and coastal areas is known as Satoyama and Satoumi. And although on a general decline in Japan, it still continues here due greatly to this diversity. Let's take a look. First, diversity in agriculture.
Highly evaluated for its Satoyama and Satoumi initiatives that have taken root in the region, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations in June 2011 designated the Satoyama and Satoumi initiative of Noto to the globally important agricultural heritage systems. Symbolic of this is the Shiroyone Senmaida, 1,004 tiny terraced rice paddies that form a beautiful design stretching to the coast, displaying various expressions that change with the seasons. The small paddies were built as an effective utilization of the slopes to protect against landslides. Even if a landslide should occur, wisdom is that only the affected shelves need to be repaired. Herein lies the excellent utilization of land formed over centuries and the rich culture that has continued to sustain it. About 50 kilometers north of Wajima is Hegurajima, an island off the coast of the Sea of Japan. It is well known for its ama women divers who collect abalone, turban shells, and wakame seaweed. In olden days, the ama and fishermen from Wajima City on the opposite shore would come to the island only during the summer open season. Now, with improved facilities, many people have taken up permanent residence. Abalone fishing is carried out for 3 months of the year for 4 hours daily from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The islanders set up various rules which they follow faithfully to protect resources and preserve fishing. At the break of dawn, they enter the sea and scoop up seawater. Then they sprinkle the seawater onto the sand that has been evened out. The age hamashiki method of sea salt making dates back over 400 years to the Edo period. The traditional method of salt making continues to this day. The technology is designated an important intangible folk cultural asset. The salt is rich in minerals and has a mellow taste.
Noto Peninsula, with a warm sea current flowing in from the south and a cold current from the north, and its mild inland sea, is rich in a remarkable variety of seafood. And because the peninsula is located at the intersection of the northern and southern boundaries, we are able to cultivate both warm weather fruits and vegetables that grow in colder areas. This abundance of all kinds of fresh foods cultivated locally makes possible the appetizing diversity in Noto's food culture.
The Asaichi morning market of Wajima has a history of over 1,000 years. Both vendors and customers are women. Old women from local farms and fishing villages display and sell their fresh vegetables and seafood. The morning market stretches 360 meters with over 200 vendors. Wherever one walks, you can hear the cheerful calls of the women as they pitch their wares. Traditional Japanese cuisine made with foodstuff from Noto, a selection of foods featuring ingredients that only Satoyama and Satoumi can provide. The abundance of foodstuff results in the diversity of cuisine. adding greater diversity to food, is ishiri. The Thai nam pular and the Vietnamese nok mam are world famous. Ishiri, or ishiru, is one of Japan's well-known fish sauces. Noto foodstuff is used also in Western dishes. Freshly landed fish and fresh vegetables are perfect for Italian dishes. Many chefs, attracted by the variety and superb taste of the foodstuff, open restaurants here, offering a wide variety of dishes, among them traditional local foods using ishiri. Being born is a new food culture featuring tastes found only in Noto. To make delicious sake, cold winters, delicious rice, and delicious water are essential. The natural environment of Noto, perfectly suited to sake production, and the expertise of the sake makers, known as Noto Toji, is what lies behind the long tradition of sake making in Noto. And today, many sake distillers in this favored land continue to produce choice and fine sake.
I make Suzu pottery. I use the local clay, and I make firewood for the kiln using trees from the local mountains. So the finished pieces are also fruits of the land. And let's not forget Wajima lacquerware, widely appreciated for its beauty and durability. Additional to these things that have physical form, artistic festivals play an important role in the culture of the peninsula. And there are so many festivals. The people here treasure them and put all their energies into perpetuating valued traditions. Noto abounds in cultural diversity.
Noto takes great pride in its world-famous traditional Wajima lacquerware. Producing Wajima lacquerware requires a lengthy process, over 120 in all. The final process is decorative coating by applying or inlaying gold or silver leaf. It is a beautiful decoration for Wajima lacquerware, originally created for everyday use and lauded for its robust gracefulness. Suzu pottery is made using earth with a high iron content obtained from Suzu City and vicinity. It is baked at 1,200 degrees Celsius. The earth is distinctively black and matches the landscape. In Noto, from summer through autumn, festivals are held at which time huge illuminated lantern floats, called kiriko, are paraded through the streets. The tradition dates back to the Edo period between the 17th and 19th centuries. The festivals are held about 200 times a year throughout Noto. It is said that nowhere else in Japan but in Noto Peninsula is the same festival held in the same region so often. On the day of the festival, lavish dinners are prepared, and friends, acquaintances, and relatives are invited to the home. The custom is called yobare, and is a sign of hospitality on the day of the festival. Guests enjoy the food and drinks, and spend the time in pleasant conversation. As the partying rises to a pitch, the kiriko floats begin the rounds of the streets. The people go out toward the town to watch. A 30-minute car ride over a mountain road from the center of Wajima, and one comes upon a community of houses overlooking the sea and surrounded by bamboo fences. This district is called the home of Magaki. The houses here are surrounded by 4 to 5 meter tall fences made of closely lined, thin strips of bamboo. This keeps the homes warm in the winter and cool in the summer by deflecting the sun. The wisdom that comes from living in a severe natural environment is very much alive here. The Gojinjo Daiko performance is a traditional entertainment in the Nafune area of Wajima City. The drummers wear goblin masks with disheveled hair as they vigorously beat the Gojinjo Daiko drums. The sound of the drums reverberates among the excited spectators.
I have lived in Suzu since 1987. I have a lot of good friends, not just among the local community, but throughout the peninsula. People who commune with nature, people who take on the task of passing on traditions, people who create things. My encounters with the many people who live life each in his or her own way have meant a great deal to me. And that's another aspect of Noto that I find fascinating. Nature, lifestyle, traditions, culture, and people. Diversity against the backdrop of Satoyama and Satoumi is what binds us together in a richness with which Noto abounds.